It was cool because it was just fully sort of exposed to the elements, and I woke up completely covered in dew. I was saturated. You can just hike and camp anywhere, so I think it's about one of the only places in Queensland left that you can do that.
Big Daz, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Hey?
I'm good, yeah.
How have you been? You've been fucking busy. Give us a cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for coming down. Mate, rocking the wild side hat. So, yeah, for anybody that's watching this, or that's not watching it, sorry, because I guess if you're watching it, you can see. But for anybody that's not watching it, we've hooked up Daz with his little camo wild side hat because you've been going bush, mate.
I have. So thank you for the hat. I absolutely love it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, spending a bit of time outdoors lately.
Yeah.
Really enjoying it. It's something I used to be right into.
Yeah.
And then sort of, for whatever reason, life just drifted away from that.
Yep.
So, yeah, just trying to get back into it and find that love again for it, which I have. So
it freaks me out. Like, I watch some of your stuff, and you just, like, you're going full, like, alone. Like, because I know you're a fan of that show.
I am.
At least we don't have fucking bears over here. I can handle just about anything else.
I know, yeah.
I don't want bears and mountain lions.
People always say that everything in Australia is trying to kill you, but I would hate to come across a mountain lion.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I think that'd be the scariest for me. I was chatting to a bloke in the US, actually, who, through YouTube, contacted me on YouTube. And, he was saying to me that he'd encountered a mountain lion once, and it was by far the scariest thing that's ever happened to him. He's plenty of bears and bits and pieces, but he said them, an air horn or some spray, you feel safe. But he said the mountain lions, if they want you, they'll get you. So
yeah, we were talking about that ages ago. Like it's like the can is like the size of a fucking deodorant can. It's just like bear repellent.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah,
a shotgun maybe, but bear repellent. Like, I mean, like, I guess like they've got like ridiculously sensitive noses, so maybe that is like, horrible, like really fucking horrible for them. But still, I don't want to get close enough to spray it.
No, and I, in my everyday job at the moment, have dog spray that I carry around, and have had quite a few instances where I've had to unload a can onto a dog.
Really?
Yeah, and the really aggressive dogs it just doesn't work on. So you're spraying them, you're kicking them, you're doing everything you can to sort of try and get yourself out of trouble. So I imagine, I wonder if that's what it's like with a bear. If a bear's charging at you, does it really stop when you start spraying it? I don't know.
I think, what are those household things that you like, the air wicks, and it's like every 30 seconds they go off?
Yeah.
You want like 20 of them around your camp, just go, psh, just, fuck off.
Exactly. That'd be perfect. Little, like when people put the citronella candles around there.
Yes.
Yeah, just do that.
Dude, I take them camping. You know the short little ones from Bunnings?
Yeah.
I take them camping.
Yeah.
And we'll have like 6 or 8 of them around a campsite, just burning in the background. It's like fucking no mozzies.
Yeah, keep the mozzies away. Exactly.
Yeah. It's like a nice ambient light. But no, you've been going proper bush. I saw you were just out at the Springs too, so that's cool. That was what was that for? Was that a specific Zook thing, was it?
Yeah, it was. As every year we have a Jimny social event, which is pretty cool. Just probably our biggest event of the year from the new Jimny's point of view. It's just kind of all the newer model. So yeah, it was another great weekend.
Yeah,
heaps of fun. I think there's maybe about 70 odd Jimny's there, but we raised about $6,200 for kids' children's hospital. So it's kind of, that's sort of the goal of the weekend, is a bit of a fundraiser.
Yeah,
but to have a heap of fun, it was good.
You guys must have just missed the Mighty Car Mods boys.
Yeah, so they were there the week before with Paris and the girls. So, yeah, that's right. So I think it was just the week before.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I saw them upload that. What did they had that fucking RAV4, the 2-door RAV4, blew its ass out on, I think, the bottom of Beer O'Clock Hill.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, right at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
world's
the best four-wheel drive channel.
It was a bit unlucky for him, I think.
Yeah,
but,
shit timing.
Yeah. So, no, the week after. Yeah.
Now, would you actually have a crack at the Alone Australia?
Yeah, I apply every year.
Do you?
Yeah, I only got an email from them 2 days ago saying that I was unsuccessful again. I know, it's heartbreaking, but I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying to
Do they go through your YouTube or do you have to submit content to? Because they always show you like, oh, this is what you're used to, like when they show the contestants in the beginning.
Yeah, I think they get a bit of that later. They do ask for a bit of, pieces to camera and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard one. You've got to have a story as well. Like, you've got to have
just make shit up.
Something. Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to find out till way too late.
Yeah. So
why not?
Maybe that's next year. I'll take a new approach to it. But yeah, I'll keep trying. It's hard though. There's thousands of people applying for it. So.
The latest one I saw being uploaded, I think they're in. Where's all the lions?
Oh, in Africa. The US one, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. I know. First time they've taken it from the cold to the heat.
Yeah, but shit, just like not. If you get bitten by a spider, you've got some time to work your shit out. Yeah. You make your phone call. I've been bitten by this.
If you're getting mauled.
That's over. It's over. They're going to find out you're dead when they come to check on you because your batteries have like gone dead and you're not filming shit.
Yeah, and from some of the shorts I've seen from the show, I haven't started watching the series yet, but it looks like there's some pretty crazy encounters. So.
Yeah, but you fucking did it too. Bring his YouTube up. I think might be the second latest. Where were you? The beginning of it was you looking at the camera going, it's fucking nighttime, and you're looking at the camera going, there's something outside.
Oh, yeah, that was that one.
Fuck off. Like, seriously.
There was. So that actually did freak me out a little bit because it was... Go
to the beginning of that, Shawnee, and make sure your volume's up. Back. Right. There you go. Yeah, you got no volume. Yeah, it's like, as if you're going to, that's like, I see dead people.
Well, look, I got the knife. I have the right knife right next to me there. But yeah, that was weird. It was stomping around for ages. So I ended up grabbing the light and poking my head out to look around. But
to just kind of like open the curtain and just like, see if there's anything there with it,
Yeah, well, it's just the opening to the sort of tarp there. So I just poked my head out and had a look around, but. It was probably just a wallaby or something walking around, but
fucking kangaroo fox.
Yeah, it's part of it, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, but look, I go tear-assing through the house when I hear something at home, and it's like, butt-ass naked, 120 kilos coming at you,
Yeah.
But fucking out there where it's like it could be anything, at least if something's in your house, it's a person.
Yeah.
I can handle that. You go out there and I wouldn't want to run into an angry goat, like in the middle of the fucking night.
I know. Well, actually, speaking of goats, there's one of them there which was out at Sundown National Park.
Yep.
And I just had to sleep. I didn't have my tarp or anything, so I literally was just on a mat on the ground. So fully open and exposed for that one for a couple of nights.
That was at the top of the private property?
No, that was so Sundown National Park. It was a really rocky kind of Severn River, next one down a couple of months ago. But there was goats sort of walking around then actually.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of goats, but it was cool because it was just fully sort of exposed to the elements, and I woke up completely covered in dew. I was saturated.
Yeah.
So I had to sort of dry all the sleeping gear out the next morning, and but yeah, it was really cool out there actually, just completely isolated. I think I did because at Sundown National Park you can.
Oh wow, look at that!
Yeah, you can just hike and camp anywhere. So I think it's about one of the only places in Queensland left that you can do that.
I know at Shane's property up at Kenilworth Campground, like they say, don't put the creek rocks near the fire because they'll fucking explode.
I think if they've got a bit of moisture, I think if they're pretty dry, that they'll be okay. But if you sort of take them from the creek where they got the moisture in them, then I think that's when you run into trouble. But
yeah, that probably makes more sense.
Yeah, but this was just rocks. And the Sundown National Park is just rocks everywhere. It's just unbelievable. But
how far out of Brisbane is that?
It's a fair drive. It took me almost 5 hours to drive there. It's on the Queensland-New South Wales border.
Oh, yeah.
But speaking of Springs four-wheel drive park, so it's about 80 minutes past. You actually go past the Springs.
Yeah, right.
And about another 80 minutes past there. So,
Very
but
cool.
Beautiful place. And just they only allow, I think, 14 wild campers in at once. So people that just want to go and hike and so you think of this enormous national park, you don't run into anyone. I just followed a river for a while and over a couple of hills.
Can you drive through there? Or
yeah, it's amazing full of drive tracks in there as well. So I just parked up at one of the campgrounds. I just told a ranger. I bumped into one of the rangers, told him when I was parked there. Yeah. And he was great. He said he'll come and check on the car the next day and
nice.
Whatnot. So, and then just went for a walk, literally just wherever you want, and then just find somewhere to set up. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. That's my favourite so far for sure.
You're doing most of this on your own, eh?
Yeah, all on my own. Yeah. Just I don't know. It's just something just really nice about it. I don't know. I just like it. Not that I don't like people, or don't like being at home or anything like that. It's just like I say, I used to enjoy this sort of stuff, and it's just. It's not so much the alone side of it I like. It's just the going out into a complete sort of spot of wilderness and, hanging out there that I like. It's
also good too because, once you 2-3 days and you start getting a bit smelly, you're not going to worry about anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've got heading off to New Zealand actually in August.
Okay.
So we're doing a family holiday over there, doing some skiing.
Yep.
But then I'm going to do a couple of nights sort of hiking up through the mountains there and on the South Island. And I'm just going to do that on my own as well. But it's going to be pretty snowy and you've got to be a bit careful. I've had to do a bit of research about where I'm going to go because it's should be avalanche season and all that kind of stuff. So you got to, be mindful of that.
Who was old mate that was in Thredbo?
Stuart Diver.
Stuart Diver.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you don't want to fucking go.
No, I definitely don't want to end up there. So, I was kind of, taking some safer routes. But, I reckon I'm really excited for that. I think it'd be cool because, obviously living here, the snow's not something we encounter too often. Definitely not sort of thick snow like that. And, going to follow a creek for a day. Just really scenic sort of, river between the hills, and then I'm going to head up one of the mountains for the second day.
Yeah. Does your partner like getting away like that, or?
She likes the hiking.
Yeah.
Not so much the wild camping, kind of, sort of not being very well protected.
Kind of like the total opposite. I'm like, I'm keen to camp, fuck hiking.
Yeah. So
if I can drive there, I'm good.
We do plenty of hiking together. But I did actually just recently buy a 2-person hiking tent. So that, it's something a bit more secure so that she's more keen to stay overnight on some of these now as well.
Yeah, very good.
So, trying to cater for her too.
Yeah.
So, and then we're all winning then, aren't we?
Well, happy wife, happy life and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So what's happening with the little rig itself? How's that? Is that, because I remember when we first met, because you obviously, for anybody that's kept up with this, you were my first guest.
Yeah.
So first return, other than the build series, no, not build series, other than the builds, beers and bullshit ones, you're the first returning solo guest.
I feel honoured.
There
That's
you go.
Great. Yeah.
So we were talking about the facelifts and the work that's had done. Where's it at now? Is it still? You haven't put it on its side or anything? It's still the same rig that it was?
I did put on its side up in Cape York, a Frenchman's track up there. So I did roll it. It's got a few little dings from that, but I've kept them there. I sort of just got them out enough so I could still close the door properly and use a window and those things. But I like to have them there. Just they're good conversation starters.
Yeah, chicks the
scars. Yeah. But no, that there's so much going on with that car. It's crazy. The last couple of weeks I've been doing a lot of installs, and over the next 4 weeks there's some pretty crazy things happening. When's this going to air?
We're rotating pretty much just one after the other now. So what's today? Thursday. So Chris goes live tomorrow, so you'll be next week. Yeah, we pretty much we run about a week because it's like I like to try and keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Because when we moved, it was like that moving the shop sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was like, I think we were talking about it last time, the first episode we filmed in here. So this is the 5th episode I think it's the 5th episode in the new studio. And it's every time I've filmed one, something's different from the time before because I do it and I'm like, because I had it the way I wanted it.
Yeah,
in the old shop.
yeah.
So now I got to fucking move. So we did it, but the guys that were here from Wiggly were flying up from Melbourne, and their flights were booked. So like the night before we were filming that, we were in here like laying carpet tiles and painting fucking walls. It was in no time. But yeah, with that break, it's like, I want to get back to my weekly. So, yeah, we normally just rotate them. So if we have a week off, we've got a one episode buffer.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
yeah. So Friday next week. That was a fucking long way of answering that, but Friday next week.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Okay. Well, for anyone, this can be a wild side exclusive then. So,
there we go.
Yeah. So,
it's
going down to Melbourne, getting supercharged.
Harrop.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, so, yep, that's happening in a few weeks.
That's cool.
Before the Melbourne show, so to go down there, get that work done, and then head across to the Melbourne show. But there's also a few other cool things happening in the lead up to that too. So down at Melbourne is going to be a pretty wild car. Lots of cool stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the next month.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Even cool things though, like just the other night, put in a new winch, new custom winch from Carbon.
Nice.
And,
shout out to Carbon.
Yeah, amazing. I've had the winches for 5 years, and we just upgraded the front one.
Yeah.
Custom gearbox and motor, so it's not a comp winch, but it's as fast as you can get.
Yeah.
Without having a second battery to run it and all that kind of stuff. So, which is pretty cool. So I just wanted something fast on there because, there's nothing more frustrating sometimes than just trying to work your way out of somewhere. Especially if your car's flooding.
Yes. And it's not like you need that much torque on that thing. Like what does that thing weigh? Like 1,300 kilos?
Yeah, pretty much. But like 1,470 or something. Okay. But yeah. So which will be cool. So I'm excited even just to get out and get stuck somewhere and put that to use. So it's
just seem like lassoing a tree and just fucking vertical.
Well,
that'd be a cool ad.
There's a cool track at Glasshouse called Watson's Road. And there's a big vertical rock step there, which is sort of taller than the Jimny. So I'm really keen to sort of get out there, just sort of get the front tires up and get as vertical as possible, and then just pull up over the top of the rock. It'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be heaps cool.
Yeah. So just stuff like that. Fun and games.
So what prompted the supercharger? Because they're not quick, but they're not slow.
No, it's fine, and I've never sort of felt the need for more power as such. Like I've never sat there driving along thinking, geez, I have to do something about this.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sort of running the 35-inch tires on it full time now.
I can't believe you're running 35s.
I know. Yeah, I had a mate the other day go to put 33s on his, and he pulled them off straight away. And he said, "This has just given me an appreciation for what you've done because, the 33s weren't going to work for him." But I just think it's just the next step. I guess I've done so much to the car.
Yeah.
The suspension's amazing now. It's kind of running a lot of Jeep suspension and whatnot. So it's got some good flex and bits and pieces. And
but you're on like your 7th or 8th setup for that, aren't you?
Yeah. So whenever I think I'm done, just something else comes along. So
it's good though, because it's like people can go, right, well, where are you at now? And I'll just start there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And that's one of the things I constantly, I guess, trying to find sort of where you can go with it. And I wish, in hindsight, I wish I had known what I know now. Obviously, when I got in the car, I could have saved a lot of money and time with suspension in particular. But it's one of those things. I think I'd be bored if I wasn't, trying to find something.
Look, I'm the same. That's one of the things I hate. I hate having to sell the rigs when I get finished with building them. But within a couple of months of driving them, I'm getting itchy. Yeah. It's like where I build them to, I'm like, this is a point where I can at least break even if I sell it. Because I don't count my hours either. Like it's like I wouldn't want to know my fucking hours. Same as you probably, but you're like, But if I start driving it, then I start getting itchy to like upgrade this or add that. And I'm like, if I hold on to them, I'm guaranteed to go backwards.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I love the concept of there being another Wildside build out there, but it's still got to at least make some sort of financial sense. Otherwise, all I'm doing is working to go backwards.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's, I mean, I'm obviously way past the financial sense state. Like, I'll never get back on the car what I've put in, but I still just love the car so much. Like, there's no part of me that wants to get rid of it because it's just so much fun to drive. Yeah. Particularly when you're off road and the wheels lifting and you kind of things get hairy. So it's like you say, you start then itching for what's the next thing. Yeah, so that's when you start looking and. Like, I was starting to get to that point where I honestly don't know where I would have gone.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's a pretty recent.
If you were, because you didn't buy it to chop it, that was the result of another tip over, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I never bought it to chop it. Always had that sort of little monster truck build in my head. Yeah. But I did start doing some drawings of what a chopped one would look like, and was toying with the idea. And then when I did. Yeah, sort of cave the back end and a bit of the roof in at Glass House. That was kind of the excuse.
Is that 35s?
That's 35s there, yeah.
So nuts. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that was just down at Sydney, actually, recently.
Yeah. Because that would be the only thing I was like, I've looked at these that many times. I mean, I feel too big for them. Like when we had the MAXTRAX one they did the giveaway on.
Yeah.
We had that down to do just some touch-ups on the Raptor and stuff before they delivered it.
Yep.
And even me moving it around, I was like, I felt too big for it, you know. But I have been in a long wheelbase and I've thought like maybe I'd chop one of them.
Yeah.
Because it's like as much as the cabin would still be like basically from the bull bar to the back of the wall, the rear wall would be identical.
Yeah.
But it's like knowing that there's a wheel just under my ass felt weird. It's like it needs to go back, you know, like.
Yeah.
Do you ever like feel like you're going to be like when you're up a hill like that, you're just going to like just tip backwards?
Yeah, absolutely. That's it.
Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, it probably, but downhill I think is probably worse because it's when if you're going downhill in a deep rut and suddenly your rear wheel is.
Yeah,
you know, just sort of behind your head, you know, it's just there. Yeah, you're on this. Okay, so downhill is really a trippy kind of feeling, but
that's sketchy as too.
Yeah, and they definitely take getting used to. Like I came from a Ranger before this, but I just I might have said on the last podcast, I just wasn't feeling it. Like it just wasn't. You know, sometimes you just don't feel it. Yeah, and whereas this, it's just all that excitement. I think of you know, things being sketchy, but they're also like it's so capable. Like there's not many places that you can't take it.
Yeah. If you were doing it again though, knowing you were going to end up chopping it, would you start with a long wheelbase though? Or you like that little short wheelbase?
No, I like the short wheelbase. So I had the option. I could have done a 300 mil chassis extension with that when we did.
That's right.
Yeah, but I chose not to.
Because Ruben did that, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. So he's done a couple now with he just. Only a couple of weeks ago finished up another one that's for another customer. So it's starting to get out there now.
How's your beer? You good?
Yeah, it might be about that.
Yeah, no, DMW's I mean, obviously they've got a name for a lot of obviously Soldier. They've got a name for a lot of good gear, but I think because I mean, like I first come across Ruben, would have been on. God, was it Action back then? Was it already 24/7 when he was on there? Yeah, okay. When he started, So I think it was. I first come across Ruben and DMW in general on 24/7.
Yeah.
But then talking to you when we did that first episode and having a look at it, it was like that's actually a really nice chop. And then obviously when we had Ruben come on and do an episode with us as well, like we went up there and had a bit of a look at the workshop, and it's like it's changed the whole way I chop cars. Because it's like, especially because I don't template anything.
Yeah.
You know, so everything I do now is very much, that'll probably never change, but it's still a work it out per job.
Yep.
But the way they basically roll cage the rear wall, I mean, I know yours was a little different because you had your rear wall brought forward or something, didn't you?
No, they still did they roll cage.
They did, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
well,
same
that
technique.
like roll cage in that rear wall, it's like it gives you the perfect transition. It's a nice amount of curve.
Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like strong as all hell.
Yeah.
So that was where when I first come across them and went up there and had a look as well, it was like totally changed how I do what I do.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because I genuinely feel safe driving on sketchy tracks, knowing that if I roll, I essentially have two kind of roll cages over my head. So I've got that one that built into the back wall and then the headboard of the tray as well.
Yeah.
I feel super confident that if I do roll and do a couple of rolls, like nothing's caving in on my head. And that gives you a lot of, it's reassuring when you
absolutely, because that like I remember looking at it the first time because I was always relatively thick like RHS in the structure of everything because I was like, for me, if something goes wrong, I don't want there to be any question. Pardon me, that like basically if something went wrong with someone's car that I'd chopped, it's like if the windscreen area caves in, well, I didn't touch that.
Yeah.
It's my goal was to make sure that, you know what, if all hell broke loose, that fucking rear wall was still there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that's got nothing to do with anything else. But yeah, definitely seeing what BMW did and the way they did that was just like, which is retarded because it's like you're a fab guy and you're like, how the fuck did I not work that out?
Yeah.
But I guess it's one of those things you learn from each thing, but then having that day up there with Ruben and his right-hand guy going through everything was just like I enjoyed the time and I enjoyed the chat and we like had lunch and all that gear, but I couldn't stop the cogs turning. I'm like, I just want to get back and cut shit up, it's like you see that or you get that new experience or that new idea and you're like, I want to go and do that now. So it is what it is though. The last time we were talking, you were talking about you guys were starting to look into, was it portal axles? Did you go down the parts road with all the little rig gear or?
Started to and then didn't. So we did bring in one set of portal axles, which actually went on Big Dog's, Dean from Big Dog Builds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 5-door Jimny he had there. So,
okay.
But there was plenty of issues with the supply of those and just sending the wrong parts, the wrong brake lines, the wrong this and that. So there's and even just surface rust, arriving sort of pretty rusty and bits and pieces, which I know happens over the water sometimes. But it was really there's a lot of mucking around. So it just ended up being a very time consuming and sort of exercise. And then I think poor Dean had the police visit him not too long after he put the portals on, so he had to take them off as well. So
it was a compliance issue too.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. If you're going to run them, you're running them illegally as such, I guess.
Yeah. And is there not something that could be done to get them complied over here, or
I don't know.
America has so much cooler laws.
Yeah. I mean, they do it. You can do it with 79s. I know that, you can run portals on 79s and bits and pieces, but Jimneys, you can't even, it's so hard to sort of get bigger tires and lift and stuff even sort of made compliant with them. I'm not sure why it's such a struggle compared to some of the bigger cars, or maybe it's just too early in the piece, because they haven't been around for long enough or there might not be enough demand for it. I don't know. But
does it work on like a percentage of like overall size? Because if you think about you can do, for an example, a 2-inch lift without any compliance issues, nothing in like a 79.
Yeah.
But a Jimny's are half the size of the 79. So are you still allowed just straight up 2-inch lift?
Yeah, so you can still do a 2-inch lift and a 1-inch tire increase.
Yeah.
But anything outside of that is just a straight refusal pretty much for mod plating. And so there's not even...
You can't do like lanes, change tests and all that stuff?
No, so you can, I think, if say with the chop, if you get it down to sort of a major build or...
Yeah.
And I could be speaking out of turn here, but...
That's all right. We don't fact check it.
Yeah, it's my understanding of it. Sort of down to a chassis, cab off the chassis major build sort of thing. I think that's when you can sort of get into a bit more of that testing and compliance. But just sort of straight off the shelf, getting a 3-inch lift and 30-inch tyres isn't an option at the moment. And plenty of people have tried and just not getting anywhere with it. So if someone out there can come up with the way to make that happen, they'd make a killing, I reckon, because every second person that buys a Jimny wants to make it look a bit sort of bigger and tougher, and they want to sort of put 30-inch tires at least, and so
I did see, I don't know who we were talking to about this, but it was the G-Wagon.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like they were doing I think it was a J-Wagon or something like that, and it was like it kind of looked like a G-Wagon,
There's a couple getting around Brisbane now. There's 2, I think, that have done that J-Wagon kit.
Yeah.
And there's a Liberty Walk kit as well, which is, I think, Vogue Industries maybe get them in, but I think there's one of them getting around as well. But people are paying $25,000 for these body kits, like
that's fucking nuts.
It's crazy, eh?
There's plenty of bloody of shops out there that can take a mold off of like an existing kit and sell them for cheaper than that. Pardon me. Is Vogue Industry, are they still around? I thought that shut down.
Oh, maybe they might have. I don't know. No, they're still. Actually, I thought they were still going because
that's over the south side of Brisbane.
Yeah.
I was 90% sure I heard that shut down. I heard that I think the word should be got shut down.
Wow.
Was what I heard, but don't quote me because I just hear all sorts of shit.
They may have, but there's still an online presence anyway. Like they're still selling Jimny parts online.
Yeah, right.
And Oz Jimny are still selling Vogue Industry parts through their website. So they must at least still have a online presence.
Yeah, I went down there ages ago. I think they were looking at bringing on underbody rust proofing, and Mike from Nil Rust, I think he's just gotten to a point now where like I've been doing it long enough when he gets inquiries or something, or someone rings up with a question like I guess you'd call it an installer, but someone who does like the Nil Rust products, when he gets stuck, he just hands out my number. So they were looking at bringing Nil Rust in for the underbody stuff, and the bloke called me and I went down and sort of laid out how they would put the setup in, like the booth and the lift and all that sort of stuff, and they would do it. They were gonna do it right, like would have been 7 or 8 steps from where they do their window tinting and their wraps and stuff, and it was like, dude, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, right.
Because they had a hoist. I think they had a hoist in a wet bay or something like that. This is a while ago now, but it wasn't all that long after that someone said, "Oh yeah, no, you won't have to worry about helping them out anymore. They're gone." So, but again, it's the automotive industry. You'd hear all sorts of shit. I had somebody ring me the other day, going, "I just wondered where to send some stuff. Like, we heard you shut down." I'm like, dude, all I did was move. I updated the address online. Like, how much? What else do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's crazy. Someone at the Sydney show said to me that they had heard that Legend X had shut down, and I was like, no. But it was purely just because they weren't at the show. Then people just think, that, So, it was like, no, they're still going strong, sort of thing. So, but it's just an example of people just.
Yeah, but I think you're going to see a lot more of that. Like a lot of the brands pulling away from the shows because it's just becoming a influenza fest. It's like people are just going down and showing off how much money they've gotten out of people to build crazy shit.
Yeah. Well, and I saw this on your your chat you had the other.
That dude actually messaged me. The guy that we were talking about. I said, I'd seen a video of a young guy that was feeling pretty disheartened after the show, and that he watched that episode and actually messaged me. And he goes, "Oh, man, that was me." I was like, and we just started having a bit of a chat about this, that, and everything else. But it's a thing. Like it's really it's like it needs to go back to. I've had this conversation that many different times, but it's like people aren't going to spend as much on an 80 as they will, and we're talking about the fit out, as they will on a new 300.
Yeah,
fine, but the models that are used to create new parts for 80s have been around for forever. Like the chassis haven't changed, but it's like you could take some styling of the new cars, like a little bit of a facelift sort of look, and implement into things like the 80s or a GU Series 1. Or, I mean, look, I love GQs, but, you know, they're about as aerodynamic as a brick. But still, you can do some stuff like these. There's people spending money on this stuff now because they can't afford a new 79. Why the fuck you'd buy one of them anyway? Unless it's got one of my bonnets. But, like, that can't afford a new 79 or can't afford to chop a Y62 or whatever. Like, the people are spending good money in that earlier vehicle. It's like these bigger brands that have got the fucking bank to throw some new product lines at them and revitalize that part of the industry. It doesn't have to be like, well, I pay out Sammy Young all the time because who the fuck builds an 80 like that? But people need to, well, not need to, people are choosing to work on some of these older cars and fit out some of these older cars. And it's like the same ARB bull bar has been around for an 80 series for 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, put some fucking money into it. Like, it's a CAD design and then it's all done by computer. Like, we've gone through how all that shit happens. Bring out, I mean, okay, fine. Like, I get it. Like, you've got to get it complied. And there's some issues and shit like that. There's some challenges with ADR and all that sort of stuff, but it's not like they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Just put some new stuff out for them and give these young guys, well, it's not even young guys. I got a fucking 80 outside. Like, and what am I? How old are we? 44 this year?
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
There you go. Yeah. So it's like, put some money, put some product and R&D into some of these older rigs. Not taking anything away from the Zook because that's a fun little car, and that's going to get some of these people that are not interested in the shows anymore coming back.
Yeah.
Because if they rock up and go, there's a built 80 that including buying the thing was 35 grand, you're going to get a lot more people coming back and spending money.
Yeah.
Because people are rocking up at these shows. Like, I haven't been to one in, God, when was the last time I was there? Whatever the first one back from COVID was, what was that, like 2020? 21 maybe. Yeah. Like, that was the last time I went. And I was there for about 2 hours. And I was like, this is shit. I'm going. Like, it's just, what's the point? You're looking at $250,000 builds.
Yeah. It's, look.
So rant over.
No, I get it. It's there's two things. I guess for me, I see it two different ways. Like, I'm at every single show, so I love being at them, and I love having the car there. But I get a lot. One of probably the most common thing that people say to me is it's just good to see something that's not a Ram or a Silverado or something at the moment. So at the show, everything is just massive. It's the bigger the car. People can sort of bring the better. So I guess that maybe comes back to a little bit of what you're saying. Like, the people appreciate sort of seeing, even though mine's highly modified and whatever, they do sort of enjoy seeing something that's not a 79 or a Ram pretty much these days, because
or that's $250,000.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. Like, I'm a meter reader. I'm not earning big bucks. You're a
meter reader.
Yeah.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I walk around all day and read.
Oh, like electrical.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Like, no, not like parking.
I always pitched. Yeah. What is it? What is it? The birds used to run on the Gold Coast.
Meter maids.
Meter maid. There you go.
No.
I just went down a totally different path then.
No. With Energex. So it's not like, I'm not earning big bucks, but I just, if there's something I want, I'll either come up with an idea, and then that's when you approach a sort of fabricator, and that's how I've managed to get a lot of my things at a good price, because I've come up with the idea and it's been the R&D vehicle, or just save for whatever you want. So I'm certainly don't have squillions to spend on a car,
but it's achievable.
Yeah.
But that's the whole concept with these 80s as well, because I think the the barrier to entry for, like, if you were going to go out and buy, I don't even know. What year is your Zook?
2019.
Okay, so if you were going to buy a stock one of them before anything had been done, what would you pay for that now?
Oh, now, like, 36, 37 at the moment.
But that's still halfway through the 30s. That's still pushing 40. Like, you can buy an 80 now for 4, 5.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to Barney about this the other day. He was looking at something that he was going to pick up, and it was like a grandpa spec, like the thing, like what I've built, like what that was before I started. And I think it was like $6,000. Beautiful grandpa spec, totally unfucked with.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, now you can start spending money. Whereas even with obviously it's a different level for everybody and whatever else, but to go out and spend 40 grand and then dump 20 into it.
Yeah.
Now you're at 60. You know, it's like you can go out and spend sub 10. It's probably going to be a petrol, but still, it's like you're going to spend sub 10 and you put that same 20 into it. Now you're at 30. That's half the price.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I don't understand why some of these big manufacturers don't just go, look, we've got all the specs. We've been making bars for them for 30 years. Let's just give it a facelift.
Yeah.
Throw some money into it and make it, you know, ADR and all that gear. But it's like,
100% agree. And that's the crowd that'll be at the four-wheel drive show too. So that's like your 18 to, 40-year-olds, 44-year-olds. yeah. You know, but you're exactly right. So if there was that big push to showcase those cars and new products that have been made for some of these older ones, your GUs, GQs, 80s, it'd be bloody awesome. That's why Show and Shine's really popular at the shows, because for that reason, like, you know, it's just people bringing in their cars that they've put their heart and soul into, sort of thing. Like, you still get a $200,000 build in the Show and Shine occasionally, but for the most part, it's a lot of just sort of home built stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's important to like, that's one of the things with the new show that we've started filming, the Wild Rides, is like, there's, you know, boring, basic, our version of a new car review. But then there's also just, you know, like the first one that we filmed was with the 1978 C3 Corvette. But we called it Wild Rides because I was like, I don't want to be pigeonholed to four-wheel drives.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you could film on a boat because you're still riding it, you know what I mean? Like, it was cars, bikes, four-wheel drives, whatever.
Yep.
And we thought one of the cool things to do would be to have some home-built rigs, like four-wheel drives, whether it's a little one or, like a little Jimny or an 80 or a 60 or a GQ or a fucking Pajero, but let's go out and have a look at some stuff that people have built, especially the people that are building them at home on their own without big budgets. You get a lot of the comments are like, I've built this with my dad, or, my son and I are doing this. And it's like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think we should be pushing back to that. Like, bring it more back to like the grassroots stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I reckon anyway.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think a lot of people would agree with you. So yeah, most people.
G'day, legends. To help support the brands and support us, get onto our website and check out who we've chosen to partner with. For everything custom 4x4 and accessories, visit wildsidegarage.com. While you're there, don't forget to check the links for the discount section, where you can get 10% off brands like Carbon Off-Road, MAXTRAX, and In-House Fabrication. Remember to like and subscribe to help us grow the channel and bring you even more from Wildside. So what else has been happening? So I did not know that I was nearly going to call you meter maid. I did not know that you were a meter reader. But what's happening with all the little rig stuff? Are you still doing that, or? Yeah,
so I've just the basic stuff. So I've still got the website, like the Little Rig Shop, but I've pulled that back a long way. So I sort of went quite big with that and had a lot of products and all that kind of stuff. But it's I've pulled that back now mainly to sort of merch and bits and pieces.
Yeah. It's a lot to juggle.
It is, yeah. And the thing was, realistically, it was probably merch was what I was selling more of anyway.
Yeah.
But the more problems I was having was with supplier stuff. So, if I might get someone a suspension kit but then it's missing parts, and then that's all stuff that I have to follow up on behalf of that.
Yeah.
You know, so I just sort of made that decision that I'd, kind of pull that back anyway, and really just have the merch. I've still got a few bits and pieces on there, but
it's one of those things when you've got a good supply line and you know the product is like it's going to have everything in the kit, fair enough.
Yeah,
because it's not a stress. But if you're doing like, I mean, I guess it depends on what the kit is. But if you're doing kits where there's different bushings and bits and pieces you've got to upgrade as well, it's like, now you're starting to deal with, 2 different orders or different suppliers, or you got white line gear versus whatever else is out there. And it's like, that could get messy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was, and that's all it was. It was just getting probably a little bit too messy for what I wanted. So, I'd been sort of trying to find that, hence the meter reading job, just a cruisier kind of lifestyle for a few years, I guess, where I didn't sort of come home stressed or whatever.
Yeah.
Having said that, that's all changed. I do start a new job.
You're moving
a
again.
new job in 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, so which will be probably a lot of travel and stress and
what are you doing?
Hours. So working with DSA, so Direct Source Australia, which are just based at Launton. They own a couple of companies like Trailer Spares Direct,
right,
Aussie Traveller.
Yep.
So working with those guys in a sort of a sales reppy type role.
Like business development and all that?
Yeah, so sort of be doing a bit of travelling sort of between New South Wales and Queensland, and maybe a bit to Adelaide and WA every now and then, and so forth. But so that'd be really good. It's gonna be a challenge. So it's what I need to do. But
getting over to WA is cool though.
Yeah, and I don't know how often that'll happen or sort of when, but there'll definitely be times that we'll need to head over to different areas to meet with certain businesses and
see, that's where you need to go. Right,
so.
Right. They're sending me away for a week. All right. So what you need to do is book that return flight in another week, and I'll take my fucking week's holiday while I'm there. That way you get some more content for the channel too.
Yeah, that's it. So, but anyway, that'll be good. Yeah. That's I think it's funny. I literally just said that I was sort of had been trying to look for that cruisier kind of stress-free lifestyle, but now I've kind of done a full 360 and back to what I used to do sort of 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Which was a lot of travel and a lot of sort of long hours, but it was a good challenge and a lot of learning. So here I am back there.
Are you gonna I guess it's like, and I mean, don't tell me anything that, you don't want everybody else to know, but it's like, I kind of felt like you were like ramping up the channel, and it was like, it was all going in that direction. And is it just like the juggle? You kind of like, you want to just enjoy it more again? Or did it become like a job or?
Yeah. The socials, I mean, my socials are so, I use the word raw, or like I don't have that knack or even really want to sort of, I think, probably glam things up enough to make it a full-time. I don't know. I just want to enjoy it. Like I put things on social media just because I'll do a track and I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I'll chuck that online. Like I don't sit there and edit things very much. And,
it does take a bit of the fun out of it, having to film.
Yeah.
And that's wrangles and shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's even the same with YouTube. Like I literally film and edit everything on my phone. Like I just, I don't have a computer to do stuff on. And,
mate, we film these. This is all phones.
Yeah.
Only, if I could get them to do, what is it that I do half my stuff in? I do half my stuff in like iMovie.
Yeah.
Like it's because it's like, why not? But when you're dealing with 2-3 hours, it's like, that gets a bit hectic. I'd rather the big screen for that. But I do like our stuff with Lakeside now. That's all filmed on the phone, edited on the phone.
Yeah.
It's done.
Well, I just think the phones are so good now, and it's easy. I just, have that Splice app, I think it is, on my phone. I just use that to edit. But, sorry, going back to your question. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. I've never really, like if I was going to do a social media thing full time, it would be that hiking, camping kind of thing. That would be, as far as cars are concerned, I just think it wouldn't be enjoyable enough.
Right.
I think I'd lose that enjoyment if I was constantly trying to think of, like your Sams do and that, where it's, they're just constantly.
You don't want to get, I get what you're saying. You don't want to get like, the concept would be to not get pigeonholed into builds. Yeah. Because first of all, it gets fucking expensive really quick. But I think you suit that, that nature, hiking, camping in fucked up places. Like I couldn't not watch that episode when it started with you going, what have you said? Like
something outside.
I'm like, fuck off. All right, now I got to find out what that thing was. You know what I mean? Like that draws you in. And everybody has their niche. It's like, we had Deacon up here, the Commodore man. And, he goes around and he does his Commodore videos, and he's like, he was what was he? He was a builder? Was he a chippy? Pretty sure he was a chippy's apprentice. Something like that. And he was doing his videos, and he got to a point where he got monetized on Facebook and all that, and got to a point where he could give away his day job, and it's just gone up and up and up since then. But even that for me was enough to go, well, I've been wanting to get out and film with cars and stuff and not be, because I didn't want the show to be pigeonholed to automotive, hence like Pauline Hanson and everybody else we've had. Yeah. But I didn't want the shop to be that either. So it was like, one of the builds that we've got coming up, which I won't tell anybody yet, but it's not got 4-wheel drive. And I thought, well, the same thing for the other shows. It's like, I know so many cool people with cool cars. Like I want to get out and film some stuff. Yeah. And it's like, so I like the variety because it keeps me entertained. Because the worst thing that can happen for me is as soon as I've got my head around something, I get bored. But it's like, but then there's like you just suit, in my opinion, suit that niche of the camping and hiking and setting up different places. And, I could watch you eat weird shit because you haven't taken food for the weekend. Whereas it's like the Alone. Yeah. It's like, I wouldn't do it. We were talking about this earlier. I would go on Alone knowing I'm not going to win because I just want to go in there and build the coolest fucking house. Shelter. Yeah. Shelter that they've ever had. I'd be like, I'll just go hell for leather for 2 weeks, starve myself, fuck eating things. I just want to build something cool. Yeah. But, that's not me because I've got a weak stomach for weird shit.
I'm the same. It's funny you say that though, because I'm like, if I go down that show, I'm doing a treehouse.
Yes, why does nobody build a treehouse?
I don't understand, and it's not even. I wouldn't say it's any more difficult than what they. And I just think that it's kind of safe. It's out of the, the rain because you're always going somewhere where it's wet and flooding. Yep. So, yeah, I think about those sort of things too. Like I just want to get in there and do something that other people haven't done.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think like anyone that goes on that show, I have in my head like, I'm not tapping out, but. Everyone thinks that.
Oh, no, I know.
Everyone thinks that.
As soon as I was looking at a grub going, it's tapping out or eating, then I'm like, where's the fucking phone?
Yeah, so, no, I love that stuff. It's like I would happily do that every day, but
I think that you look more at home doing that. Mm. And it's like, I really, when you started doing it, when I think it was ages ago, I messaged you and I was like, loving the bush content or whatever the fuck I wrote. Whatever. Yeah. But it was like, I was like, that suits you,
Yeah. I think it's when it's something that you enjoy. Like I said, I've sort of done some cool trips in the past. I went and did the Everest Base Camp and Kalapatar and a few summits that way, and went to New Zealand and did some hiking there. And, I think maybe that comes across on camera when it's something that you do kind of really sort of enjoy or feel comfortable doing. I think maybe that's what it is.
There's a genuine passion for it.
Yeah. And it's funny, I've been chatting to my friends about that sort of rebrand of Off Track with Daz. And it's it's so nerve-wracking. Like, I want to do that because that's what I enjoy, but I don't want to change my Instagram and TikTok to Off Track with Daz because they're the little rig and there's so many people on there. And I know that the moment I change that, it's just going to, which is what happens. It's just going to sort of, all those car people are like, oh, what's going on here? And then they sort of drop off. And I shouldn't even care about that because, you know, really just got to care about what you enjoy.
Yeah.
But that's sort of, you know, with the YouTube, I've kind of gone with the Off Track with Daz because to me it's a bit of everything anyway. It's still car related. You sort of heading off on the tracks in the car or you're going for a hike or a camp or whatever.
I changed mine. I went from Wildside Garage on everything to, I think Facebook's given me dramas. It's why that hasn't been changed yet. But everything's pretty much now Wildside HQ.
Yeah.
Because it's like, again, it's the umbrella.
Yeah.
And anything, what doesn't matter what we do, it's under that umbrella.
Yeah, exactly.
And you think about it from a point of view, like what are people building trucks to do? They're building trucks to go off-road.
Yeah.
So it's like off-road with Daz or off-grid or whatever, however you want to frame it. Well, that's why they're building them in the first place.
Yeah, and I want to be able to talk about, you know, sort of jump on my Instagram and have a chat about sort of, you know, some of the knives in my collection or like, things like that. But so, I mean, ultimately for me, that's what I want to do.
I would do it. I would dive in. And it's like, because like, you got to remember, like for a lot of car stuff, you good with your beer?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
For a lot of car stuff, there's a lot of fucking prima donnas. Right, so there's people that are just doing shit for this click or that click, or it's like the old squeaky wheel gets the grease. They'll post this because they know they're going to get shit. I was watching something come up on my feed the other day. There's a bloke down south somewhere in his mid-20s that does tuning, and this is me saying this, the fucking language that came out of his mouth.
Oh, really?
And you're like, how the fuck do you expect to get customers? If I had the type of car, I'm not going to say what it is, but in the type of industry that he's in, if I had that type of car, there is not a fucking chance I would take my car there.
Yeah.
Just because of the way he comes across on the videos. And it's like, it's clearly, I wouldn't say put on, but it's overemphasized.
Yeah.
That's clearly a bit of who he is and his thing, whatever. But it's like on adrenaline or on steroids. It's too much.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, calm the fuck down. But where the fuck is I going with this? What are we talking about?
I just, I don't know. I think that they're just doing it to get the clicks, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's automotive. I don't think that really exists in nature. In the automotive stuff, you got birds that'll fucking get around with their ass cheeks hanging out. You've got all that different clout chasing stuff. I don't know that you have that in nature, in what you're talking about doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that there is people, you might drop whatever percent, but the ones that stay, I think that would then grow, especially because of how you come across doing it.
Yeah.
I think that would grow. And that type of people that watch that stuff I think is more of a genuine following.
Yeah. Well, there's two, and I think you're absolutely right. And there's two guys which I watch and really sort of admire from that channel. There's a bloke called Scotty who does a channel called Scotty's Gone Walkabout.
Yeah. Just
a young bloke. And he's been going for like 7 years now, but literally just goes for a walk and has a camp and that. But he is just, you know, he'll happily sit there and just say, oh, you know, like, this is beautiful. This is absolutely amazing. Like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, it's just really genuine. He just loves where he is.
He's not full of bravado and bullshit.
None of that. Yeah, absolutely none of that. And then another bloke, Matsy, who's just an ex, Scotty's, that's him there. And another bloke.
Is he?
He is, yeah, he is. He's down in New South Wales, so he's always sort of been around.
Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty, he's awesome. And the other one is the Silly Swagman. His name is Matsy, but yeah, Silly Swagman, ex-serviceman.
Yeah.
He's about as genuine as you get as well. He's a bit of a larrikin, that guy, but always out on his own as well.
Yeah.
But just sort of comes across quite funny to camera, and you know, they just. Yeah, like to what you were saying, just super genuine. There's like, you know, the way they come across on camera is how they are.
Yeah.
It's almost like the camera's not necessarily, that's in there. Yeah. So,
oh, yeah.
So, but, he'll just go out in the snow and put a tarp up and sleep under a tarp in a bloody blizzard. Yeah, so
just because
yeah, but no, they're the two I really sort of watch and get a bit of inspiration from. They're in really good areas down in New South Wales and Victoria. They've got all the high country and the Blue Mountains, and Queensland's got super strict rules about free camping, wild camping.
Yeah.
You just can't. Like in New South Wales and Victoria, anywhere that's state forest, you can go and hike and camp wherever you want.
Yeah, but you can't service your vehicles in your driveway.
No. And so, yeah, Queensland's out of control with some of that stuff. So,
look, I think I love it. I think that's awesome. I think if that is where your heart and your spirit and everything else is pointing you towards, I'd do that.
Yeah.
The little rig, as far as I mean, it's not like that's going away. It's not like you're going, well, if I do this, I'm going to buy a Festiva and just park it up at the parking spot and walk everywhere. It's like that's going to be with you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I tried to say in one of my last YouTubes is it's, if anything, you'll probably see the car more because I'll have to take it to get to these places anyway.
Yeah.
And, because I want to be showcasing some of these nice walks or places I stumble across, the car's naturally going to feature in that as well. Whereas when I was just doing YouTube for the car, I stopped. I stopped for 3 years or 2 or 3 years just because I just wasn't excited about the content for the car from a YouTube point of view. Yeah.
Look, the perfect example for me with that would be we just had Kyle Luxifer on. Now, for the most part, anywhere in the world where you bring up him, it's burnouts. And he's he's transitioning into not only just show driving as an event, but an event coordinator and running his own events with the guys in the States and Weston and those guys. He's stepping away from what he's really known for because his passion is here.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the same thing with me. Like we've got Mondays filming with Lakeside. We've got Thursday Arvos of the podcast. I've got 3.5 days a week to film in the workshop and actually do shit to pay rent. And it's like I went, instead of doing 12, 13, 14-hour days to, buy this new equipment and do whatever we were doing. It was like, I went, fuck this. I want to do what I want to do. And I want to film that show because it's like everything that I've got is like the Wildside HQ. And I built the shop based on shows that I loved, like Gas Monkey and all that stuff. I was like, I want to do everything. If I can work out how to do it, I'm doing it. That's what the shop now offers.
Yeah.
And as part of that, it was like, well, I want to do what I enjoy doing, which is the builds. Buy them, build them, sell them. So I'm not restrained in any way by a customer. It's like, it's going to be the color I want. It'll have the interior, the wheels, whatever. It's me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so Gas Monkey did that, so I'll film it in that style. But, we've started pulling that back to more like the Mighty Car Mods boys. So it's a week-to-week thing. And once that starts, once we start dropping that, that's how we'll film that. And it's everything I'm doing is like the shows that I love, like the vehicle reviews. It's so Top Gear because I love that show.
Yeah.
Like we just did the Kia Picanto and we called it the automotive version of a stale Vegemite sandwich because it's like it's all the stuff I love. And there's going to be people out there that'll go, and Deacon, the Commodore man copped it. He's like, fucking Temu Top Gear. And don't fucking watch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the podcast. It's set up the same way that Rogan does it because I love that show. It's like, I'm going, fuck everybody. I'm doing me.
Yeah.
And that really came from when we had Little Mick on and we were talking to him about his YouTube channel. And we were saying like back in the day, like Discovery of all the brands, like Discovery was the thing that created shows. And it's like, they knew the formula. They went out, they did it. They knew that that's what people wanted and they copied and pasted every show that they've ever done. It's the same fucking storyboard with different characters because it worked. Now it's like, fuck it. Do you and your audience will find you. And I think that's for you is what it is. For me, it was like, I love all these shows. I want to recreate that because it looks like fun.
Yeah.
And for the ones that don't like it, fuck them. We had Pauline Hanson on, and we had comments going, "Oh, a pair of racists at a table." And it's like, well, fuck off. I know me. I don't need your approval.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want to have a chat with that lady. She's
Bloody
lived a
oath.
crazy life. And who the hell, how many other people get to say that they shared beers with her, dropping F-bombs for 2 hours? I'm like, as if I'm not going to do it. Yeah. I'm following me. And I just, that's a really fucking long way of saying, I think you should follow you.
That was a great way of saying it, though. You're absolutely right.
Dude, that's where your passion is. It comes across on camera. It's like you draw you in. And your little cheeky edit with there's something outside. Like, it can't not watch it to find out what the thing is.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I didn't find out what it was.
No,
anyway.
you didn't, but still, it drew you in to watch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, appreciate that.
I think you should follow it. I think you should keep doing what you are passionate about.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely keep doing that. It's just, I've just been hesitant to transition all this sort of stuff over to that, but I need to do that as well. Like I say, I want to sort of be able to get onto Instagram and talk about some of the hiking gear I've got, some of the, a knife collection or whatever, and sort of know that that's still something that everyone on there is going to check out. Or if they don't, fine, whatever, just move on. But
yeah, but how many four-wheel drive people are going to go, oh, why is he talking about a knife?
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, look, the Jimneys probably definitely have a higher female component than some of the other versions of four-wheel drives.
Yeah.
But still, the chicks that are out there driving the Jimneys, I mean, for the most part, I would think that they're probably into their trucks, into their four-wheel drive, and they don't mind getting dirty.
Yeah, still into camping and
yeah, they'll probably love hearing about knives and like, I think you're stressing too much about it. I just dive in, and if they don't like it, fuck them.
Yeah.
That's
true. It is, yeah.
Like if you were paying your mortgage from Instagram, you probably need to be a little bit more, thought out in your process of what you're doing with it. But if you're doing it because you're enjoying sharing the content, fuck it, if they drop off.
Yeah. I mean, I literally don't monetize anything, so I don't, I've got nothing to lose.
You're staying true to yourself. I don't think you can go wrong doing that, because at the end of the day, you got to live with you. And if you're doing what you're enjoying doing and it gets out there, I think if anything, you'd find it to grow. Yeah. Because it comes across really well. Yeah.
That's very true.
And it's guys like me that enjoy it, because I'm sure as fuck not hiking up there. Right. So I get to go there. It's beautiful. Thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it. I'm not doing it.
Just live through the camera. Yeah.
Why not? Hollywood's been making us do that for years.
Yeah.
So what else has been happening?
I don't know. Not too much else. Just the day-to-day life.
I want to hear more about this whole Harrop supercharger thing. What?
Yeah.
When you supercharge a Jimny,
it doubles so you get double the torque, double the horsepower. Right on. So, I mean, you go from 1 horsepower to 2 horsepower.
Fair call.
No, but it does pretty much just doubles it. So,
what else have you got to upgrade when you do that, though?
Well, thankfully, I've already done all that. Everything in my drive line, like everything is upgraded purely because of the tires. I sort of made those steps. But no, they'll bolt them onto a stock Jimny and sort of, it's safe to run, but a stock Jimny's not trying to sort of roll 35-inch tires. Right. So that's a big difference, I think, with mine. So I think for me, it's going to make the car really drivable, even as it is. So it obviously lacks some drivability with big tires. So when it comes to hill starts at traffic lights and things like that, you have to kind of will it to get going. But I think it'll just make it a bit more fun. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, it's a fucking roller skate on steroids as it is. So, I mean, now you're putting basically a shot of NOS up its ass.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I've done all the other things which will work well with it. So, the air in, air out. I've got the sort of headers and exhaust, and I've got the air intake, and everything's like all the fundamentals are there for a car. And like I say, everything in the drive line and the gearing it's all changed.
Yeah.
It's all upgraded. It's all stronger. So the fundamentals are all there. It's just this is kind of the I won't say final piece of the puzzle because it never is, but it's just it should fit in really well, I think. And
so if somebody's kicking around at a Jimny now and they want to go down to Harrop and get the supercharger, is that something that then they supply a tune for it as well, or how does that work?
Yeah, the tune has to be done there in Melbourne by Harrop. So some people have, there are a couple of people with a supercharger that have fitted them themselves, and then they just post their ECU down and sort of get it back. It just worked out really well for me that I was going down to Melbourne anyway for the show. So
for sure.
But yeah, Harrop have got the tune for it. I think they run it at £8 or £9. It's nothing crazy, sort of.
Well, it doesn't need to be. Like you
no,
said,
that's right.
1,400 kilos.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I just feel really confident. Like when Harrop themselves are doing the install, I just feel like, you know.
You're not going to a third party
that is maybe not familiar with it or whatever. So, yeah, I think it's in good hands and they'll do a good job.
Yeah, mechanical is one of those funny things. It's like it's one of the commercial side of this shop that I've always tried to stay away from, because it's like it doesn't matter how meticulously you do anything in as far as, like, let's say you get an engine in, everything's fresh, everything's brand new. Dave's detailing has just gone through this with his old Supra. I think it's an early one. It looks like it's got the pop-up headlights.
Yeah.
It's pre Mark IV. Like that had every nut and bolt. And it's like within, I don't know what the specific timeline was, but like within 5 minutes of it all going back together, shit's hit the fan. Yeah. And there's like 3 or 4 different places that have been involved. It's like, well, who's to blame? That's where you're like, I don't want to play with it. Sheet metal's me. Accessories, suspension, fine, because it's like bolt in, bolt out, sheet metal. You fuck it up, you cut it out, do it again.
Yeah.
Like, it can't, it's either right or it's not right. And there's nobody to blame. If you do a chop and there's a crack in the back wall, or like some of the other names around here that do chops, a lump of bog falls out, it's like you can't blame that on anybody else. If your bog in your back wall's an inch thick, well, you're a shit sheet metal worker. So that's your fault. It can't be blame placed anywhere other than that one place. Mechanical stuff is like, no. You know, I don't get involved in any of it, because it's just you could do a fucking tune, and all of a sudden the arse blows out of the mud.
Yeah.
Could have nothing to do with the tune, but if it's after you did the tune, now you're part of the conversation.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens. So yeah, if someone will come in and I don't know, get something done, they might just get new headers and exhaust on, for example, but when they're driving home, maybe
the diff falls out.
Yes, exactly. A shock bolt falls out and suspension hits the fan, you know, and then suddenly they're coming back saying you stuffed my, but it was nothing to do with what you did.
No.
Yeah, so, but
I love it.
Yeah.
But no, Harrop doing it themselves, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
I mean, excited just to, sort of see what it drives like afterwards. And, yeah.
I think Harrop just did. Check out Harrop's YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how recent. I know I only saw it recently, but I think relatively recently they just uploaded. They went through the Holden. I think it was the Holden Museum, but the effigy. Pardon me, the effigy was down there.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It was the concept car that Holden did to have the throwback of the early Holdens all in one, and it had a blown Harrop. I think it had a LS motor in it. It's a walkthrough that Harrop did of the. I think it was the Holden, or it might have just been the Motoring Museum, but it was. I'm pretty sure they were all Holdens.
Yeah.
And the Harrop boys went through there and had a look at all the gear, and it's like they've had a relationship with Holden. It's got to be Holden Museum, because they've had a relationship with Holden for ages. And that effigy was on there. Did you find it? No. Just jump onto the normal YouTube and search Harrop, HARROP, I think.
So what is it, like a type of concept
The effigy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's so nice. It's like the 60s, the 50s and 60s meet 2000. I think it's got to be 10, 15 years old now. It might even be older.
Yeah, okay.
You find it? There it is. That's the effigy. Click on that one. Yeah, I've already watched it. It's awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a National Motor Museum. There you go. So that's Harrop going through there. But if you skip forward a bit, Shawnee, you'll see the effigy. You need to see this before you die. It is just fucking gorgeous. You can buy like kits to make like your own version of it.
Oh, really?
Which is what I do, because I mean that thing. I think that's a one of one. But you can buy the fiberglass body kits to do them.
There's a lot of nice cars in there, even with the scrolling through. Yeah,
so many. Old Sandman.
Sandmans, yeah.
Two-door Commodore. I mean Monaro. The VE, I saw a concept car that I don't know. There it is. There it is. Oh, look at it. Play that. Look at it.
Oh, yeah, that's spectacular. Look at that.
That is just so sexy. There's nothing about that you'd change.
How's that? That rear? Was that the exhaust integrated through the rear there?
Yeah.
Huh.
Just look at it. I want one.
Look at those tail lights.
Yep. Oh, dude, it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, wow.
I hate that whenever you're filming cars and you can see yourself with the reflection of the fucking car.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've done that plenty of times. Yeah.
I want one. So, yeah, you can buy kits for them and you can put them on whatever chassis and, LS it and all the gear. But that's, Harrop walking through there.
Yeah, wow. That'd be a good place to visit, actually.
It would be. I want to go down to, I think, is that where Milo is? Is that where Ruthie? No, somewhere else. The National Motor Museum.
No.
I can't remember now. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going and seeing that.
Yeah.
It's, there's so much cool stuff. So much cool stuff down south. And we're right on the border of it, so we really shouldn't have any excuses not to go down and have a look at least New South Wales. That's Victoria, I think.
Yeah, I think it's in Melbourne, isn't it?
Mm. Oh, dear. Well, you got anything else you want to have a chinwag about before we wrap it up?
Oh, I think we've covered a fair bit.
We probably have covered a fair bit. So this is out next Friday. So when is the Melbourne show?
Around the 22nd to 24th of August, I think.
National Motor Museum in Birdwood, South Australia. That's where Milo
South
is.
Australia.
Yeah, hit show more. Yeah, that was the episode they did with Gleno and the boys where they dropped it off.
Yeah.
National Motor Museum. Is that what that other one was called?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was that one.
So must
Cool.
be.
Yeah, there you go. That's the sign. That's where they were filming at the beginning of it. Yeah, there you go. All right. I feel like we need to do a trip.
Yeah, definitely a place to visit.
He's been overseas in that, what does he call it? The curry truck. The, what's those Indian, what's it called? The Indian four drives.
Mahindra?
The Mahindra. Yeah, he calls it the curry truck. He's been over filming, doing a heap of stuff. It's like for a dude that retired from cameras, he's been filming a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's like, what are you going to do? It's what he's known for. It's what, it's probably a hard habit to break, I would think.
Yeah. And look, if he's still enjoying it.
Yeah. I remember seeing the American Chopper, the final episode of that, where they'd obviously stopped filming for a while and they came back to film that. And they're all saying it was like all the cameraman, because you developed relationships for so long, it was like you were losing mates.
Yeah.
Having the cameras not be there, it was weird. It was like
something's
missing.
Obsessed with that show growing up.
American Chopper.
Yeah. Well, not growing up, but as a...
We
must have been about 18.
18, 19.
Yeah.
It was American Hot Rod, then American Chopper.
Yeah.
God, then it was overhauling.
Yeah.
Well, Chris that we had in last week, which his episode will be dropping tomorrow, he does all that same sketch. He's an artist.
Oh, really?
I want to bring this up.
Chip Foose with his sketches, yeah.
Bring this up because we didn't talk about this last week. Bring up Chris's Instagram. And I didn't bring it up on the show because I was like, I don't want to be intrusive, like, sharing information. But he was like, fuck, I don't care. You have a look at this. So scroll down to some of the stuff that he does. Like this is all his shit by hand.
Wow.
But you look at some of this, that bridge one with all the Commodores is nuts. He did all the architecture, whatever the framework of the fucking bridge is, 150 hours. There you go.
Wow.
So he's halfway, 150 hours into a 300-hour drawing. Click on that, Shawnee. Like,
that's insane.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know what I mean? That's mental.
Even to get the 3-dimension of it, like to not accidentally draw one line over that beam and then be like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Like he's just the layers of that.
Yeah. There was one of them that he did, which was there it is in the background, the Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. That there is like 2 meters tall. Like these aren't little things. That's all these bloody chrome that he does with all. You know what'll fuck you though? You ready? He's fucking colorblind.
Oh, what?
I know. We were like, what?
How does that work?
He's got
you see it all in monochrome, like
all these pencils are numbered.
Yeah, he's got a business. Part of his like whole thing. He'll get if he's working on a certain color tone, like when he's doing this stuff, it's like he just makes it look good for himself. But when he's like if you went
like
do my car,
yeah,
and you have to match it, everything's color matched like by number. He's literally like draw by number.
It's one thing to draw by number, but to not be able to actually see that's
conceptualize. Yeah, I know.
That's unbelievable.
The hats.
Yes, he was. Yes, they're all. We were talking afterwards. We were like, so can you see those cars? Well, they're all green.
Oh,
yeah, no.
No. He thought that the pink one in the corner was blue.
No, he did. That's right, blue.
And he goes, I can't see them, but I can see the pink. I can see the one in the corner, and that's definitely blue.
But that's that pink dress, blue dress thing that they put up is a big thing on social media where people comment what color is the dress, and like you're like, it was blue, obviously. But then you look in the comments, all these people are saying it's pink. How on earth are people saying it's blue? So it's one of those things where people see, But I mean, this is obviously very different. But that's like crazy how we can all just see something so different.
Yeah, but
the only thing he could pick was orange.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, he knew the MAXTRAX were orange. But yeah, that was like.
I'll have to get his Instagram because that was
crisscross.
Yeah, that blew my mind because we were having the good old chat afterwards, and then he goes, blah, and then talking about he's colorblind. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's on Insta. I think it's crisscross art. Yeah. Chris.cross.art.
Okay.
But yeah, fucking nuts. Like I was already impressed, and then when you go, Chris with no H, Chris.cross.art. He's the one that owns the Vet too, the Corvette that we were looking at.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
The Helvet rather.
Yeah.
There you go. This fucker. Press that fucking far right hand. Keep going. There. I filmed this and we were talking about it. So I'm standing there filming it. I've got his vertical camera and mine horizontal. And he goes, right about here, he worked out he was going to try and splash me with water. And I thought, this prick's going to splash me with water. He missed me, but it was, that's out at Lakeside.
Yeah, that's on that big...
the center section.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you give us the keys of the joint. Go out and have some fun.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, I was impressed by it, but then it was like fucking colorblind as well.
Unbelievable.
Like drawing like stick figures. Anyway, well, we might wrap that one up. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, absolutely love it. Thank you very much.
I always get a lot out of stories. I love hearing stories. If you could get anything out of this, it would be me going, just follow that passion, man.
Yeah.
I think that's clearly where, like, even when you talk about it, you come across different even now. So if you take anything from this, I would be like, man, follow it, because it's like, and I would go balls deep.
Yep.
Have fun and throw it at it, because, man, if you lose a couple of followers, who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. 100%.
But yeah. Well,
thank you.
Thank you again for coming down.
Hey, thank you for having me.
No, my pleasure. And I guess next time people will see you will be the Melbourne show stuff.
Melbourne show. Yeah, that'll be next. And see what happens after that.
And for any of the adventure lovers out there, give us your socials.
YouTube Off Track with Daz.
Yep.
And then TikTok and Instagram are still just the Little Rig. I think even on YouTube, if you search a Little Rig, it comes up still anyway. So.
Yeah, since we changed to Wildside HQ, if you search Wildside Garage, it still comes up.
Yeah,
so,
that's it. So
very cool.
That's it.
Oh, my man, will you have a good night?
No, thank you. You too.
I'm going to have another beer. You got to drive.
Yeah, I'll go to drive. Yeah.
But we'll see you on the next one.
Excellent. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.